Password CASS2, you said, sorry. Okay. CASS2. Yeah, yeah. So make me director, make him broadcast, please. No, because it always happens after the event. And so if you think about Race from Auto Direct, it always showed you the aftermath of an incident, never the incident. I don't really like that, if I'm honest. It so 100%, guys. I tell you what, this logic's going to get published. You knock yourselves out. You make it whatever you want it to be. Because once I've got the function proved, I know Rangy will lose interest in polishing this turd once he's proved it can be done. Mm. And take photos from a long way away. Race Room always used to do that if you had a lapped race, because he didn't know how to do anything else. Yeah. Uh, I have control, so Scott should be getting. Well, if you can hide the UI, he should be getting Fuji just coming out of the pits. Okay. So you've got the time remaining and the tree. Is that it, or just the tree? Yeah. Okay. Which is okay. So oh, you should have Dan going around the. You got standings now. Perfect. Awesome. So what if I could even turn off standings then by look on your screen? Because I've just turned it off. So you've got just a bare screen at the minute with a purple car. Yeah? Woohoo! Standings back. Awesome. That works nice. Right. So when you guys go into the race, I'll start the auto server and you should be able to see it with overlays on my stream after the fact. It doesn't. It, it has no concept nor clue about what the hell is going on right now. Theo, this is like version 0.1. Yeah, version 0.1. This is the first time I've been here. I have no clue. Right now, it's given a nice thing of Dan saying he's in the battle for first, apparently, with Fuji. But that's not accurate because we don't have overlays that make sense for qualifying yet. Yeah, right. So you've got to turn your AMS2 to UDP. So if you want your sim hub or any of that to work, you've got to change it to. It is definitely set to UDP. I bet you it isn't, because no longer needs UDP. So if you check your game config, in SimHub, brother, not in the game. Double check what it's set to in for AMS2, please, for the game config. No, you need to do it for you need to do it for to get any data in broadcaster or director. You don't get any data from the shared memory in SimHub if you're broadcaster or director. Anyway, this is pretty cool. You know, you should get limited amount of data, but okay, we might test for that next time round. But okay, it doesn't actually matter because you can take an overlay from somebody in the race, or what the best one to take an overlay would be from the director because it would know who's in focus. But anyway, this is cooler than before. More cooler. I've got it on Emery at the minute, who was racing but now is wall riding. Right, it's going to go for a race in a minute, isn't it? So I'm just going to set it up with the auto director just as soon as it changes over. Fuck's sake. Of course, AMS2 has just shat itself and gone waiting for the program to respond. You fucking piece. Nah, man, nah. It's because it was trying to press. It's because I'm automated trying to press returns with the camera. I no, I'm clicking within it, but it just during I hate that. Go on, I'll just have a lip stall. Try again because I was pressing import during the syncing phase. It's just gone now. Fuck you. I'm done. Boom. Yes, please, because mine's crashed. Sunny's ass. Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. Yep, I'm good. Sure. Yeah, I must admit, I've had very little stability issues with this thing. That was a real one-off. Okay, cool. So you guys are in. I'm going to turn off the overview. Standings are on. Right, and I'm going to start up the auto clicker. You're waiting to start, right? I know I can. It will pick a trackside view of a person. That's what it'll do. But it doesn't do anything whilst it's. Right, I'm just going to leave it the fuck alone now. Right, that this. So if you look up my YouTube channel, Scott, you should also be able to see it on a stream. To be honest, it seems to be working real nice. Yeah, it's not bad, is it? It'll do. Yeah, it is open. I mean, this is cool. And to be honest, what they need to do is to give the director the option to hide the UI. But the real issue is that there's like two people needed to do a broadcast. But as we know, you can get quite a compelling stream if you just have an auto director and the chatter from the people in the game. To be honest, this isn't a great circuit to show it off. But anyway, it's doing the thing, and it's definitely choosing between the people and showing the overlays when it changes over. I didn't follow what Scott told me to do though and speed him up, so I must do that. Right, stupid, stupid, stupid thing now, fellas. I want a yellow. No, I don't want a full course yellow, but I want yellow flags, so because I want to be able to detect them. I want to see if I can detect them, or whether they've got to come, whether they've got to come from a racer in the game. I couldn't detect them before, Scott. They didn't appear to be in the data if you're in UDP mode. Not really the full course yellow, any yellow really, any flags anyway. I can improve this, right? If somebody gave me an overlay from somebody in race, like Pingu or Theo, if anybody in race gave me an overlay, I could pick up all the flags, no problem. And it'd just come up on overlay whenever there was one. That's cool. So yeah. So I'm recording this on SimHub anyway, so I'll see what I see, guys, in terms of what's coming out of UDP. Unfortunately, the sim. And because it's so difficult for me to get into broadcast mode, right? You've got to get a coordinated group of people to come and get in this mode. I struggle to get any data. You know, and I don't change cameras either or anything like that at the minute, so. Yeah. I'm changing races, but I'm not, you know, it's always on trackside camera. It's not, it doesn't flick over to chase or bumper or anything. Are you watching the YouTube stream, Scott? And the overlays are coming up nice and the rest of it. I'm not disturbing anything. I'm literally hands off here. Yeah, you have to do it using OBS software. You can't put it as an overlay on your screen. Although maybe you could if you were in windowed mode. You can only have overlays in windowed mode. If you're full screen, it won't do it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I haven't exported it or imported it. Mm. Okay. There's quite a lot to do. I mean, you'd still have to get some data, I think, from a racer in the game for all the flags and stuff like that information. I'm pretty certain the flags aren't in the UDP. But I want to talk to. But yeah, but you're in the game, mate. Yeah, I'm talking about director and broadcaster modes only. No, it's in. Yeah, it's in. If it goes into neutral, it's there. You might only see it very briefly because these are sequentials. Yeah, yeah, sure. 15th gear. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Okay, well that's something else to check. I mean, it should just be picking up his gear. So no, no, it's smallest gap. Whoever, whoever's got the smallest gap. Yeah, the the, I think the overlays are what makes it, right? And the overlays honestly are the hardest thing. You get the way to test it, I think, is in spectator mode. You get as the same level of information if you're in spectator mode. Um, but I really don't know how much information I get in practice quality warm up. So I don't know how interesting I can make that. Ironically, the logic for practice quality warm up is harder because like the logic for a race is pretty easy. Find the people who are having the closest battle and watch them because they're the most fun. And a little bit of a bias for those at the front. Yeah, some of these long shots at Daytona are stupid. It's still between Emery and Park. Um, Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Well, that's interesting because it changed views and it might cycle through the bloody lot in slow time. Looks like it does. That could get infuriating, but whatever. There's no input. I have nothing. Honestly, I have no options to stop that. Yeah, here is the problem, right? This works really well, but there are no keys, there are no inputs for these changes. They're mouse clicks or they're taps. If they did an interface, if they gave even just key presses for this shit, it'd be brilliant. No, MS2. The overlay. The overlay. What you can't see is that there is two hidden texts that say, "Look at this car. Look at this car." Python then grabs that and then does the up and down arrows and presses enter. Yeah, you could, but that implies that everyone's got the same size screen, which they just don't. Hmm. But well, I mean, that's worked. That's worked. No two ways about it. I'm going to stop Sumo from recording now. Thank you. Yeah, I'll put the links up in pick and video. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks all. Thanks a lot for the help. Cheers.